Welcome to the TRBusiness video channel. We are joined by Dutyfly Solutions Marketing and Commercial Manager Caloine and Docq. Welcome. Thank you for joining us and taking time out of your busy schedule. So first of all, I just wanted to ask a couple of general questions. Can you tell our viewers how many airlines do you have in your portfolio at the moment?
In Dutyfly Solutions, we have 10 airlines. With Air France and June, Iberia, Alitalia, Luxair, I need to record all the other one, Transavia, Blue Panorama, Czech Airline and Tate Nuit. So we are a European airline manager.
Excellent. And how would you, looking back at last year, how would you assess the performance, like the onboard sales over 2017?
We were quite happy about the result of 2017 because we did some changes on different airlines. For example, on Air France we have some quite interesting result with pre-order, which is very interesting in the increase of digital experience on board. On another airline with had a separate magazine, so we had really good result with a double digital results. So we were quite happy, and on the other airlines the trend is really positive with an increase in traffic, which is really great.
And is there any particular highlights you'd like to mention? I mean, you mentioned a lot of airlines there, some positive results. Any highlights in terms of projects you'd like to mention?
Yeah, for example, on different airlines we have business leaflets, and the result of the business leaflets are always very interesting because it's a different service. You know, the crew gave a leaflet to the passenger with exclusive products you cannot find everywhere, with a interesting price positioning. And for example, on national airline we can have 5% of the sale with this only 5 products. So it's really interesting because we can see that visibility is a key in the in-flight business.
Excellent. And moving on to this year, 2018, how's it shaping up so far? How's performance been? Like, we're past the first half now, but generally?
Yeah, we are always in this trend. So what we are looking in 2018 is to renew all the products, to find new products, new brands, and to make always more differentiation, which is the key to develop business. So it's what we are looking in all our airlines with local brand always more strong. For example, on Spanish airline, we're looking always more about Spanish brands, new brands, and it's when we succeed to do that, the results are performing quite well.
And how much emphasis do you place on animated products and exclusivity? That's very important, I guess. But
yeah, it's always important. For example, we did successful launch of an exclusivity on Air France with in partnership with Nina Ricci, called L'air du temps. So we did a launch of a 360-degree animation on these products. It's what we are looking every time we are launching an exclusive product. We are launching to animate the products on the passenger with a personalized trolley, with sampling, with a dedicated announcement, and also with a special animation for the crew, with training, incentive, and when we succeed to do that, it's always really powerful.
And also, I just wanted to ask you, I mean, it's a theme of some of these video interviews, we've been focused on digital, but it's interesting to get your perspective of how you try to tap into this digital evolution in the air. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I guess that in the technology you use to undertake the sales, but maybe you can elaborate a little bit more about what you have now and what your strategy is going forward.
To my point of view, digital is the key to develop business in flight because every airline gets always more connectivity on board, so we need to use this connectivity to communicate, to give visibility, because as I said before, visibility is the key in flight, and we have the crew, but we need to give visibility also to the passengers thanks to Wi-Fi, digital. Everyone now is traveling with a personal device, so we need to change the way of the image of in-flight duty-free, and it's not only a product on a paper. So now we can animate the products, we can make promotion, we can do create a real customer experience thanks to digital. So it's really important to use this connectivity on board to change the business model of in-flight.
And what about the in-flight channel in general? I mean, there's quite a lot of challenges. It's the status of the in-flight retail channel is questioned a lot. I mean, we had a workshop here in Cannes. What's your take on the situation? What's some of the main challenges facing the business, and how would you assess the current state of the in-flight retail market at the moment?
Yeah, to my point of view, as I said before, the challenges is visibility and differentiation. When you're talking to someone about in-flight, you say in-flight, it's always the same and it's not interesting. So we need to change that to make it more modern, as it's actually in the airport. We need to change the way of selling products to create a real differentiation with the airport, for example, and the local market, and to make it more appealing. I think we need to change and to the catalogs, because they are looking more or less the same. We have some change. They are not the same as the ones that my airline will say, oh, you're not doing your job. So I really believe that we need to change the way of present the products and to give for example, with leaflet and thanks to the crew, to give another visibility to the products.
And talking of the crew, how much emphasis do you place on ensuring that they're trained well, they're incentivized well? Because it's important, because there's nothing better than having a crew member walking in on the aisle that knows everything there is to know about the products, and it has the motivation. So how does Dutyfly focus on these elements?
Yeah, our challenging with the crew is they are not sellers, especially in the national airline. They are here to create a new experience with the passenger. That's why we believe that training is really the key to sell better, because they love the products. They are always they are very curious. They love to discover another products. That's why we need to develop training and incentive. When they know the products, they can explain the products. When they know the storytelling, they can explain the products to the passenger and give some emotion, and they can create a real experience with the passenger. And to my point of view, we need to develop always more training.
And what about if they're buying the products themselves, the crew?
Yeah.
Is there an option to do that at all in any way with Dutyfly? Because if they buy the product, then once they've bought it, it transmits to the passenger.
Actually, they are the first buyer of the product, so that's why we do everything to make them discover the products, buying the products if they want to, and thanks to training, as I said, they will buy it and they will sell it.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.